I was listening to a brother on YouTube. The name of the brother is called What's Happened or What Has Happened to Common Sense or What Happened to Common Sense. Very intelligent brother. I am subscribed to his channel. Go check him out. He talks about a lot of unique issues or people or problems. It's typically in that order, right? In the black community, most notably conscious community issues, ADOS, things like that, Umar Johnson. He gives his commentary on these specific situations. And the commentary, for the most part, I believe it's relevant. I believe that it's good. But he talks about himself as a marketer or a digital business guru at one point. And he was responding to some people in his chat because he made a new channel. And I guess the people were saying, oh, man, you're trying to use black people to make money. And he was saying, I'm not interested in black people's money. Black people are poor. They don't have any money. I'm looking for the big money. And I found that to be interesting. And, you know, I've not just heard that particular sentiment from the brother. I've heard it from other people, Yvette Carnell. I've heard it from other blacks. Black people don't have any money. Black people are poor. Now, let me give some good precedents before I go to the next place here. Let me proceed that with saying, in certain situations, they're right. In comparisons to white wealth, black people are poor, right? In comparisons to certain immigrant communities that are intact, black people don't have as much. But here's the thing. If black people are poor and don't have any money, now maybe in wealth and terms of stuff like that, but why was there a video in the 50s called How to Sell to the Negro? Okay. Why was that a video, right? Even in Africa, you keep hearing that Africa is poor. Africa needs help. Black people don't have any money yet. Kim Kardashian goes to Nigeria. Kanye West goes to Uganda. You go get on Ethiopian Airlines or Qatar Airlines, and then you go from anywhere from Doha to Entebbe, Doha to Nairobi, or Addis Ababa to Entebbe or to Ghana. You're going to see a lot of white folks on those planes, right? You're going to see a lot of Asians on those planes. Here are the situations. Black people have a lot of money. Now, if you want to compare them against other groups, they might not have as much. But black people have enough money, especially in America, where other nations wish they had the income that black Americans have. And my problem comes that when you tell black people that they don't have any money as a group, what does that do to the black community psyche? Right? And let me tell you this, man. That idea that black people don't have any money, it puts a strenuous relationship on those blacks like Oprah or Jay-Z or, Robert Smith. The black community starts to feel that they can't change their own situation. So the people who can bail us out are the real rich people who do have some money. So you need to give us some money. Michael Jordan need to give us some money. LeBron James need to give us some money because black people don't have any money. And it puts us at a positioning, a statement of we can't do for ourselves, okay? And we cannot change our situation. I mean, what group can have any respect for themselves, have any pride in their culture if people teach them that they don't have any money? I'm going to give you an example. I'm from Sacramento, California. In Sacramento, California, there are, at least the census shows in Sacramento County, 15% of African Americans are in the Sacramento metropolitan area, which makes us at least 300,000 people. The Ukrainian community in Sacramento, which is largely poor, largely not as educated, in my opinion, as the black community, they were having a hard time, at least some of them felt, getting loans and things like that with the major banks, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. The Ukrainian community felt like, oh, well, you know, in comparison to other groups, we don't have any money. But what did they do? The Ukrainian community went out and did what? They started their own credit union. Now, they don't have histories of black churches like in Sacramento. Shiloh Baptist Church, St. Paul. Shiloh Baptist Church has been there in Sacramento ever since right after slavery. All right. So blacks have a history of being in Northern California, especially Sacramento. St. Paul Baptist Church, Mount Calvary Baptist Church, big black communities in Sacramento, Oak Park, Del Paso Heights. Ask me how many credit unions black people have in Sacramento. 0. Yet they have more money and more opportunity and more of a history in Sacramento than the Ukrainians. But the Ukrainians don't go and say, we can't do this because we don't have any money. No, the Ukrainian says we don't have as much money, but whatever money that we have, what we're going to do is build a credit union for our people. And do you know what? When that credit union went up in Citrus Heights, California, they get more respect because they have a belief in themselves. They believe that, all right, we might not have as much as other groups, but what we have, we're going to build on it and we're going to do that. So they make themselves relevant in the conversation. Black people, if you think reparations are going to come our way, and your point, and if one of your talking points is black people don't have any money, let me ask you this. Why should white people give you anything if that's your position? If your position is you don't have any money, even if you owe it, well, yeah, you should get it, but you don't have any money. You don't have any way to get the money, right? You're sitting here defenseless. And it's a problem when we talk to our people in this narrative as if they don't have this. You know what? We need to really start in the black community. We always focus on the fact that blacks don't have this and blacks don't have that. Blacks have money, okay? We have people who have money. We have people who have skills. We have people who work every single day. Yes, we do have money. Yes, we can do things for ourselves. And it doesn't take a whole lot of money to do those things. It's just that black people fail to be unified and want to work together. That's what we really are poor in. It's not the money that's the problem. It's the fact that black relationships are the problem. But we have to stop putting that in our people's mind that we don't have any damn money. I'm sorry. I don't agree with that. Look at yourself as a position of strength. Yes, we have $1 trillion economy. Yes, we have black people that can work. Yes, we have black people who are doing business. That's how we should be thinking about it. Why do we always think about we don't have this and we don't have that and we need to go work with other groups to get it? No, you don't. Not as much as you think. I mean, I'm going to use an argument that is not necessarily equivalent to this, but let me just do this, right? Steve Harvey is taking his show to South Africa. Largely black population. South Africa, which has an employment rate of 27%. Now, we ain't talking nothing about black America, right? 27%. Really, it's 37% if you add the 10% of people who are unemployed but not looking for work. If black people didn't have any money in South Africa, do you think Steve Harvey would even be there? This is a country that has 37% unemployment. If there is no room for improvement for him or anything, do you think he's going over there? Absolutely not. We're talking about a country of 37%. You have a brother leaving Hollywood, going to South Africa. What am I saying here? Black people have the same opportunities in that situation to do things for themselves, right? And the situations and these people, these social justice warriors and these commentaries of people who say that black folks don't have this and that, I have a problem with that for our people. We have to start thinking like other folks think. If other groups don't have any money, like Mexicans, I remember when Mexicans were coming deep, okay, in black communities in L.A., black communities in Del Paso Heights, they didn't have the attitude, well, we don't have any money, so we can't do anything. No, they had the attitude that we're going to work whatever we have together and we're going to do it until we get some money. That's how Mexicans think, okay? They don't sit around and say, we don't have this, we don't have that. No, we're going to get it. And that's why Hispanics are they've replaced us as the second most important voting bloc in the country for these reasons. People who think that they don't have any money, they don't have anything, they don't get far. Not in America, not in life. But anyways, guys, shout out to everybody. Check out the new Patreon video for LAR Movement, right? Brothers, learn how to control your penis, right? Check that out. It's pinned to the top. Support us on Patreon. We have new content specifically for Patreon. It's $5 a month. Check out LAR Movement's new video on Patreon. It's nowhere else on YouTube. It's specifically for the $5 and up crowd. Check it out. Support us at $5 a month here on Patreon, right? Check us out. We're doing great things on the Negro Manosphere. I really, really thank you guys. Appreciate you, brothers, for all that you've done, right? Thank you for keeping us afloat. Support black male media, right? It's important for all black men to support our media. Why? We got to bring us together. Black men got to come together. We got to support our people, support our interests. And that is what we're doing on NegroManosphere.com. We posting every day on the site, NegroManosphere.com. And as you guys know, the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. I'm out.